and with Nerdette's Newsstand, and I want to cover a little bit when it comes to Matt Reeves' The Batman. Now, I know I did just do a video the other day, so there is a specific reason why I want to talk about this, and this is going to pertain to Catwoman's feminine wiles. Not mine, you perverts, Zoe Kravitz's. So, let's take a look at that article, but before I get into that, I want to talk about what we've seen and what I didn't cover. There's only a couple things when it comes to kind of leaks and stuff like that. First off, we got these pictures posted to Twitter talking about a young Master Wayne. Now, it looks like they darkened up his hair, put a jacket on. I guess, like, okay, Bruce Wayne to me, and I know I am very attached to that character, but he is supposed to be handsome. Like, he is supposed to be drop dead gorgeous. And this guy is the gray sprinkle on a rainbow cupcake. And I'm not even insulting him. I'm just literally describing him. He is the reason that the old saying is said, you fell out of the ugly tree and hit every branch on the way down. He is why that saying was created. Just saying. I'm not being mean. I'm not being mean at all. Let's actually take a look at something worth noting. I did show this picture previously in a video. It was the first look that we got towards our Oswald Cobblepot, or our penguin. And then we got some pictures taken of Colin Farrell getting his Starbucks on and basically just out and about. So we are getting a white-haired, and this is kind of what we expected, a white-haired penguin. Now, I'm assuming this is going to be Oswald Cobblepot. But if you remember in the New 52, we did have Emperor Penguin, who is kind of more fitting of this description. Now, I don't think that they would go that far into something, but it's worth noting that there's a chance, because I don't remember seeing any of these headlines saying Colin Farrell was cast as Oswald Cobblepot. It's always the Penguin. So we'll have to see. I'm sure I'm kind of looking way too much into it, because nobody really knows outside of comic book readers who Emperor Penguin even is. And even comic book readers are like, who? Wait, what? What was that storyline again? So I wanted to talk about that. And then one more thing from Libra Mayhew before we get into this article. So he posted a picture, and I did discuss in a previous video that the bat suit we're getting is going to be a white-eyed Libra Mayhew style. Well, yeah, it looks fantastic, but he accidentally put it up on his Instagram account and fails to realize that the internet is forever and people got screenshots. So, if this is how it's going to turn out, if this is real, it looks flipping fantastic. Like, I can't say anything bad. I'm so glad to see a live action white-eyed Batman. I love it. I love it so much. So let's take an actual look at what Zoe Kravitz is talking about here. So, of course, there is always a little bit of fear going into these movies. Like, even when they kind of race swept Gordon, I was kind of like, oh God, where are we going to go from here? Like, are we going to get the woke Batman, or are we going to actually get one worth watching? So, Zoe Kravitz did come out and say she's excited to play Catwoman. Now, mind you, I wish it was a prettier woman. She just kind of looks like a dude, not going to lie. Like, I feel like I'm dissing everybody in this video, but look in the mirror, Zoe. Like, yeah, that's what you were born with. I'm sorry. Your parents should apologize, though, not me. Anyways, so she does say she is going to be represent a very feminine power. Now, I know you're going to be like, my femininity. No, or my feminism, rather. No, actually what she says is fucking awesome. So, Zoe Kravitz is opening up about why she's excited to play iconic Catwoman. 3 months after people confirmed, that she is Catwoman, she says that she is going to have really strong femininity. Now, there is a huge difference. We are not talking about, like, bring down the patriarchy feminism. We are talking about being sexy as Catwoman. And I am all for that. Like, if you are going to be a hot Selena... well, we gotta work on the face, honey. But if you are going to be a hot Selena Kyle, I am so happy to see that coming out of her mouth. So she says, I think Catwoman Selena Kyle represents really strong femininity, and I'm excited to dive into that. I absolutely agree. Maybe Poison Ivy would be a little bit more using her feminine wiles, but Catwoman is good for that. Catwoman represents a lot depending on how they're going to go. If they are going to make her kind of that anti-hero Selena, or if they are going to make her an actual villain. I'm not sure yet at this point. Either way, if she is using her femininity and kind of embracing that, I absolutely love it. It says, I think femininity represents power, absolutely. And I think it's a different kind of power than masculine power. Yeah, you can't seduce as a man. I'm sorry, you can, but you're going to have a lot better luck if you are a hot chick. So she says that's something that's really interesting about Batman and Catwoman. I think Batman represents a very kind of masculine power, and Catwoman represents a very feminine power. Slightly more complicated and softer too. Okay, so what we're talking about here is the reaction between yin and yang, right? And I've said this in previous videos. The sexes were meant to complement, not compete. So there are strengths in masculinity. There's a lot of them. Like if you're talking about power, dominance, being able to protect, being strong, those are all very masculine traits. That's not something I really want to see from Selena. I want to see her strong in her femininity, so much so that we can see a beautiful kick-ass woman on stage without getting this like boyish look. And I do know, so there was a while back a picture floating around of Zoe Kravitz, and you can still see her now. She cut her hair for this role. Now, I don't mind. I personally like Selena with a pixie cut. I like Selena no matter what. She's one of my favorite characters. But the pixie cut will work. It's not trying to make her look like a man. We've seen Selena in a pixie cut multiple times in multiple comics from year one to just most recently when it comes to Tom King's run. So to have her in a pixie cut makes sense. Not only that, but I do have a fan art here of her face kind of photoshopped in. If they're going to use a cowl, well, it's not really a cowl, but costume like this, it's perfect for it. Like, you're not going to have a lot of hair hanging out if you're going to use the entire hood. So I really think this is great. I really like it. And then she goes on to say, I like the idea that you can be soft. Yes, you can be gentle and still be very powerful and very dangerous. There are things that a woman brings to a table that men can just not. I'm not, I'm all for whatever gender stereotypes are gender stereotypes for a reason. But women can bring soft, sexy, beautiful, all at the same time while having curves rather, and still being okay. Like, that just shows you are confident. If you can stand up and be beautiful and feminine all at the same time, that reaps confidence. And I love that about this. So I really think that they are going to do this. I am mildly optimistic. I've said that a couple times. She does go on to say that she really never got into comic books, but she still finds Gotham very intriguing. And we did find out that Gotham is going to be set in Glasgow, United Kingdom. And I did look up pictures of this city, and some of them are like, wow, this is way too beautiful to be Gotham. And some of them are like, whoa, this is perfect. So I'm curious how it's going to be once they've got, the rain and the dark and the grit, because we do know this is going to be a newer style movie. So I think this is, I hate to say I am cautiously optimistic, but I really am. I want to see a hot Catwoman, and, I can suspend disbelief, get rid of that face. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. If you think, we are going to see a good-looking Catwoman, or if we are going to get run over by, the patriarchy, my God. Anyways, I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Hey, guys, I want to give a huge shout-out to my Subscribe Star and Patreons. You guys literally make this channel possible. Black Knight Fool, Brucey, Chris C., Dave Ross, David L., Jeffrey Allen Carnes, Sanjuro, Jeremy Burtz, Joe Bustify, Kato Roan, Magical Exotic Diamonds, Mighty Pauls, Mike Buckner, Robert, Steve Glasker, Timothy French, Ala's Matt Films, Alexander Trapp, Way Else One, and Troy Reiser. You guys are absolutely amazing, and I want to say thank you to each and every one of you. Don't forget to subscribe and like on the way out, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.